system. Searching for unauthorized persons. Search concluded. No dissidents found.
I can handle this.
Adjacent unit security patrol initiated.
Not even a threat. The control room should be ahead somewhere and a touch to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing. Here we go! That's the last of them! Where are we headed? You mean about the mission being too clean? I know, but Vickers says the universe is a machine. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. The machine Vickers sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf. It just comes off cold to me, is all. Sorry. Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. Well, never mind that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
I'm beginning.
Yes.
Terminating security search. Terminating security search. Security patrol. Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation, it's not the best choice. All systems fully operational. Return journey. Hostile actions towards Spacer's Choice mechanics are in compliance with Spacer's Choice policy. Affirmative. Mechanicide.
No, just leave me alone.
Mechanicide protocols currently active. Please do not interrupt.
not real. You're not real. Get away! Away, Phantom! No, 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 just leave me alone. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot, scrap! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for some... I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our... You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have... Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me in Forgot.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
Oh,
Here they come!
unexpected.
Everyone all right?
Sweeping ejectionary. Investigating.
Once we do this, there's no going back. Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? Well, that sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order. I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. You want my flock wasting their lives in that cannery? Fine. Go and talk to them. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to... And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management. You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or you just looking for a chance to sow some Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same four walls together. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in it. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker. I have got a means to cure the plague, and I will not share that cure until Reed leaves town. Those are my terms. My son worked in that cannery. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy, so I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, how are you, huh?
Are you, are things sick?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
I seen you wandering around here. You don't look like you're coming from town. Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me. Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks... I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering? Comes in a set of 3. If I had my hands on one of those data...
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
No kidding! Look at that! Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes up... I appreciate you going through... In fact, I put aside something special. On the off chance that somebody'd search out those data... Sure, I'd be glad to take them off your hands. I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about working at the cannery. I can't do that again. Yeah, I know. Thought's been weighing on me. Spacer's Choice could scupper the whole town unless we... I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and my very... It's just... Adelaide's never gonna forgive me. Not in 100 years. I go crawling back to my old life in Edgewater and... You know where to find me. I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and loath as I am to admit it, we need Edgewater. You okay with this, Grace?
My fears are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our goodbyes. If you run into Reed, you tell him we're coming back.
Back to the old cannery, huh? Don't know what else.
You think corporate's ever gonna... Yeah, huh? That's on account of how I never met her. I don't rightly... She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from... Well, I don't know about normal. It's sensible. He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should have...
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a history. Was unlikely she'd ever come back. But hope springs eternal. We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official Spacer's Choice products, courtesy of the people of Edgewater. By all means. This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. I was too hard on my own workers. I pushed them to their breaking point. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity will rise. I expect we'll grow. And I expect I can ask corporate to send us some more medicine. We'll survive, one way or another. Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few too many times.
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson. This is something he wants to do. That'll make him twice as good.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around a toolbox, I may have a place for him in the Holcomb workshop. I...
Never seen the veil, did... Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh. So this is it, then. The key to humanity's I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something
Unexpected. Searching for unauthorized person.
What's he...
This was a nice... No... Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery... 2 whole data pads? Well, don't keep me in suspense. The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! You really went exploring down there? That's a complete set. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
So feio.
Adelaide's okay.
Look at that. Good for them. I'm glad. Back to the old... I expected it'd end like this. Lived out here for years all by my lonesome. I expect you've done enough for the Vale. If you... It is too late.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But... can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? I know. Mr. Thompson said I was to chaperone you about the veil. Yeah, Mr. Thompson's got a temper. But I'm more scared of missing out than I am of him. Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain. Something you need?
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again. Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition. That's what my parents call. I grew up in a pit of a town, much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace.
I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige. The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it...
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your... What can I do for you? Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo. What can I do for you? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities. We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its... I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to... Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something. Best used in moderation. When you maintain your distance, act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw. A change of clothes. What? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and feet. Science, that... Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have... And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal. Now, arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! Blast, that's loud. I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. The one I gave you before your pod landed? Ruined, beyond repair. Impossible to find replacement parts. Don't worry about it. Not at all, my intrepid. Please. Careful, that's my communications terminal.
the lock one.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
What's... Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper. Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive. Well, no, I imagine I'd last. I enjoyed the occasional aether wave drama in my youth. Not anymore. All bored. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. You begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. But the conventional theories will do our... What's on... My portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. The target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.